Welcome to I Do Shop Talk. This week we're talking about veils. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of I Do Shop Talk. My name's Amber. I'm general manager here at Studio I Do. This week we're going to focus on veils, which is that all-important bridal accessory. And one question we get a lot is about the different lengths. So I have a few examples up here today to show you. The most common length for a bridal veil is a fingertip length veil. And the reason it's called a finger length tip veil, you can say that 5 times fast, is because typically where you wear it, it's going to hit about the length of your fingertips, right about where your fingertips come. So that's that length. We have these and you can get it beaded, you can have lace. I also have a satin trim here. So these veils are really standard, they're really typical length that a bride might use. Incredibly beautiful, and they're just a perfect added accessory to your gown that's not too much and not too little. The other common length is cathedral length, which is this super long length. You're gonna think Mary from Sound of Music. She's walking down that chapel, maybe Meghan Markle, you remember her veil. Super long cathedral length. It's gonna take up probably past the train of your gown. Typically it has a lot of detail. If nothing else, it adds a lot of drama to your gown. It's absolutely gorgeous, and you can get these again beaded, lace, satin. There's a lot of different shapes. You can see this one has kind of an interesting shape to it, but you can get one that is just a simple oval. Another length is the chapel length, which is in between that fingertip and the cathedral. So it's gonna come probably a little bit shorter than the floor, but as you can see, depending on where you wear it, depending on where your hair is done, it's gonna come down further than your fingertips, but not quite past your gown. So the one thing that this offers is you can really see the train on your gown. If your train has a lot of detail and you don't want to give up on that, this is a great length for your veil. Another accessory or added piece that a lot of times people will want is that all-important blusher, which is the part that comes over your face. This is a pretty traditional thing to add to a veil, especially if you're gonna get married in a church and you want your dad to lift the blusher up over your face and give you that kiss before he hands you off to your future husband. This is a really sweet thing. Veils don't typically come with a blusher. It's something that you can add for an additional fee, and you can add it, you have a lot of customizations that you can do for that. Either the same fabric as the veil, this one has a different fabric, it's a plain front, whereas the fabric of the veil, the material of the veil has a sparkle to it. So those are the 4 most typical veil lengths. So we have our fingertip, our cathedral, we have our chapel length, and then we have that added blusher if that's something that you want. The last type of veil that a lot of people will use is a birdcage. And I'm gonna get short people problems. The birdcage is great. It just is a fun little accessory. It's really classic, really trendy as well. It's coming back in style, which is really fun to see. And you can do a ton with a birdcage. So this is a really fun option as well. If you just want a little something to cover your face, or you want a little something to add to your headpiece, this is a great option. Watch, I put this back up here. So these are the 4 typical lengths, typical styles, and we have the birdcage as well. One other trend I want to talk to you about is the capes. Capes are amazing. This is a newer trend that we're seeing come back. Kelly Cuoco, I can't say her name, she's a girl from Big Bang Theory. She had a cape for her wedding this year. She looked gorgeous. But the fun thing about a cape is, especially if you're getting married in a cathedral and you have to have your shoulders covered, it offers a great option. It comes just right over, covers your shoulders, and then it can act, if you don't want to wear a veil, but it can still give you that veil feeling where it goes out past the end of your gown. Gives you just a fun added accessory, a little extra something up here depending on what your dress looks like. But this is a really fun trend that we're seeing come back and come into style this season. We've kind of seen bits and pieces of it, but you can do a lot with a cape as well. Beaded, lace, you can add applique to it if you want. There's a lot of options that you can do with the cape. So if you don't want to wear a veil, but you kind of want that veil feeling, this is a great option. Thank you guys for joining me for another episode of I Do Shop Talk. I hope our little bit on veils was helpful for you. I always recommend trying one on anytime you come in to try on a dress, because when else in your life are you gonna get to wear a veil except for at your wedding? So it's always something fun. Moms usually love to see their daughters in veils, and we wanna be able to give that to mom if we can. They're a really fun accessory. You can check out this episode and all of our other episodes on our YouTube channel. You can also check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. Hope you guys have a great day. Bye. This week we're going to focus on veils, which is an incredible accessory, because when else in your life are you going to be able to wear a veil except for on your wedding day? We have a bunch of different lengths, and that's a big question that a lot of people have.